Good morning, Year 6. I hope you're ready for another day of home learning. I'm missing having you in school and I can't wait to see you all again, but let's get on with today's lesson. Today's learning objective is solve subtractions of 5 and 6-digit numbers using written column methods. Now, Year 6, I'm very confident that with the work that we did before Christmas, that you are all able to use a written method of subtraction, but we haven't used larger numbers like these. The method does not change, just the amount of numbers. So can you solve this subtraction problem? What method would you use? Pause the video and give yourself time to answer this question. So here's the written method you should have used. We place the largest number at the top and underneath the smaller number, making sure they are all in the correct place values. We then move to the units column. 3 take away 5 creates a negative number, so we need to take from our neighbour. If we take 10 from the tens column, this now becomes 13 take away 5, leaving us 8. Next, we move to the tens column. Now currently we have no tens in there because we took from the tens column and placed it into our units. So 0 take away 4, again, creates a negative number. So let's take 100 from our hundreds column. We now have 100 take away 40, which leaves 60. As you can see, we don't need to expand that, so that just says 6 in the tens column. Now, 800 take away 200, because we've just taken 100 away from that and placed it into our tens column. 800 take away 200 is 600. Then 2000 take away 8000. This again makes a negative number, so we're going to have to take from our neighbour. We now have 10,000 taken into our thousands columns, making 12,000. 12,000 take away 8,000 is 4,000. And finally, our 6,000 has turned into 5,000 because we just took from our neighbour. So 50,000 take away 40,000 is 10,000. And that then gives us the answer 14,668. So today we will be solving subtraction of 5 and 6-digit numbers using this written method. If you need to go back and have a look at how I've answered that one more time, make sure you do. Make sure you're confident with that written method. Now you're confident with this written method, I'd like you to try this next one. I'd like you to use a written method to answer this question. This time the numbers are larger. These are 6-digit numbers. So we have another place value in there, the hundreds of thousands. Remember to place the larger number on top and the smaller number underneath. Make sure you start in the units column, reading from top to bottom. And if the calculation makes a negative number, for example, 5 take away 8, you're going to need to take from your neighbour. So here's the answer. The answer to the question was 191,897. Check your answer, and if you're incorrect, look at how I've answered it and identify where you've made a mistake. And remember, mistakes are important as long as we can learn from them. If you have done it wrong, try it again. Here's a quick question for you. What do you do if the number in the column is greater than the number you are subtracting from? Pause the video and have a think now. That's right. If the number is greater than the one you are subtracting from, you're going to have to take from your neighbour. Time for today's main task. Complete all of the subtraction questions on the next slide, making sure to use the correct written method from today's lesson. Here are the questions for today's lesson. Pause the video now and give yourself plenty of time to answer these questions. If you're unsure of the place value, make sure you label them so it's clearer for you. Now you've completed the main task, here's a little challenge for you. Try and answer these questions using the same written method. Well done, Year 6. See you tomorrow for the next Maths home learning lesson.